Okay, Forensic Networkers, just want to have a chat with you guys. As you know, we got students around the world and different languages and different countries. And you know what's interesting is something I've been saying in forensic forever, which is people are people everywhere. Don't think your culture, your country, your neighborhood, your family, your friends, or your religion, or your color, or your education background, or your type of people are different from anywhere else, because that's the first thing you hear somebody who's struggling. Yeah, but my people, my country, might say we're different, or they're different, and my community is different. People are people everywhere. All right, so we've dealt with that for the last 30 years. Let's talk about the question on hand. So of course, it doesn't matter what country, I get the same question. Yeah, same questions from every country. That means everyone's exactly the same. And one of the questions I've been getting recently a lot is that because COVID, I guess people are, although it's amazing, COVID should have been a real positive effect. That comes again to your perception of things. You can look at the cup half empty or half full. We choose to look at half full and we get the rewards for it. COVID brings a lot of opportunities. But if you want to tap into the news every day and get depressed about it, and that because of that you don't do anything, then I guess you see the negative side, and those are the type of results you see. So we refuse, in Opulence Nation, we refuse, and I personally refuse at all tap into any adversity. I learn from it, but then I am always, if there's an adversity, I always look at, okay, where is the opportunity? Because there's always an opportunity in the adversity. Even religions talk about that, right? When the God closes one door, opens another one. Like we those are all quantum physics, but anyways, religion uses it a certain way, and the cultures use it a different way. So somebody says, I'm getting a lot of questions, say, and I'm kind of disappointed in my results, I'm not making money, and these are, by the way, not one company. I mean, Forensic goes to about 84 companies worldwide since the last 22 years or so. So I got people from other companies. It's the same question. Doesn't matter what company is, what country it is. I'm disappointed, I'm discouraged, and all this, right? So I have a term. We got such beautiful terms in forensic. The philosophies of forensics is insane, and one of the ones I really like to use a lot is that reset, refresh, let's go, and the other one is check up from the neck up, right? So let's do a check up from the neck up. Let's see what's up. What that really means is that let's look at your perspective of, in this case, happens to be the business. Let's go back. What do you think MLM is? That's the first question. What do you think it is? But somebody says, well, I don't know, means of making money. Okay, means of making money. I suppose it is. It's true. But there's many means of making money. It could be that, I guess, suppose buying a lottery is a means of making money. It's not a very good way of making money because most don't. But it is a means of making money, I suppose, lottery. Casino is a means of making money, I suppose. It's not a good way of making money, but it is a means of making money. You get a little bit more control. It's better than lottery because it gives you a little bit more control what game you want to play, and you have some hand in the process. I don't recommend either one of those two things. Another way of making money is wind noise here. Another way of making money is job. A job is a better option than the first two because you have more control on the wages you make, the hours you want to work, maybe part-time or full-time. Maybe your profession has certain rates, so you have some control over how much you want to make money. So it's better than casino and certainly better than the lottery. And then of course you got businesses. The businesses are the best options for a simple reason. You got full control, not some control. You got full control of when to work, how much to work, how much you get paid, right? Full control. And so now that we've established that, then somebody says, well, I'm in a business and I'm kind of disappointed of my results, I'm not making money and so forth, right? Well, let's bring it down to what do you need to get successful in the business? Well, it's not a complicated formula, by the way. I always talk about forensic. The formulation for success in MLM is not complicated. It's a very simple process. First you need an opportunity, right? So find a company, you need an opportunity. Second, you need a plan. right? You gotta know how to do that business, pick up some information, education, evolve, become better, right? It's not complicated. You don't need to know 4,000 things to make money in MLM. You need a half a dozen things. You need to know half a dozen things really well and do it 4,000 times. Another forensic philosophy. So first you need an opportunity, then you need a plan, learn the business, and third you execute the plan. That's it. So three things. So somebody says, well, I'm kind of disappointed, I'm not getting results that I want. And okay, so now let's look at that closely. If I had a spy, right? Because the problem is in one of the three things. You either don't have an opportunity. There's lots of options out there. Two, you have an opportunity, you don't have a plan, or you don't know the plan, or maybe you do know the plan, but three, you're just not executing the plan. So it's not hard to figure out why you're not getting the results that you're expecting. So if I had a spy look into your calendar for the past month, generally the metric we use for income is usually weekly, monthly, how much amount or whatever, right? So, and there is a direct correlation between effort and income. Direct correlation. I know network marketers like to think there isn't, but there is. And the reason why network marketers thinks there isn't is because there's always these stories that somebody didn't do anything and he's retired now, he's making all kinds of money. And yeah, those are things that happens in MLM, but there could be many reasons for that. But that's, aside from those things, there is a direct correlation to your effort, especially when you start, before you have a team, direct correlation between your effort and your income. So if I had a spy looking at your calendar the last month or so, if that's a metric we're going to use for income, then we find out that, okay, you didn't do that many presentations. You didn't have that many engagements on a daily basis. The way you do things, probably not the way things should be done. Maybe you're socializing the business and talking to people without using the tools, and of course that never works. It's very simple to troubleshoot this. It really is. Really simple to Okay, do you have an opportunity? Yes, I have an opportunity. I have a company. Good. Do you know how to do the business? Do you have the tools? In our company, we call it links and prints. Do you know all of them? Do you know where they are? Do you know how to use it and send it out? Share it. Have you read them? Okay, 2, 3. Are you executing the plan? Do you actually have a calendar? Do you have your DMO box, forensic? Are you engaging 20 people a day? Then we find out all of a sudden there's a bunch of holes in your MO. and then you have an expectation of making all kinds of money and you're disappointed. Now, unless you thought MLM is a lottery system, then I guess you'd be disappointed. Or maybe you thought it was a casino. I guess you'd be disappointed because you're not making a lot of money or not any money. I guess you'd be disappointed. Just like going to a casino and lose money, and then you'd be disappointed too, right? So if you're disappointed not running the business like a business, then I guess you think it's a casino or lottery, right? Because if you didn't understand the rules of engagement of all these different things, the 4 ways that I just mentioned to you, then you would not be disappointed, because then you understand the rules of engagement of a business, what is supposed to be, the engagements, the know-hows of the business. It takes time. Then your expectations in line with your effort. But the only time that's not the case is when you think it's a casino or a lottery where you don't have to follow the rules of engagement with the business, and then you'll be disappointed because you're not getting the results that you were expecting to get. So I am not, look, trust me, I'm not making fun of this. I've been there. I've been where you are, all right? 32 years, I've been there. One thing though I was always at, because maybe it was about athletic background, because we got our ass kicked and we got back to work. We understood that, quitting is just not an option, and we just had to keep trying. And so one thing about it is that I was also stubborn too. I say, if other people are doing it right, they got 1 head, 2 legs, and 2 arms like I do. I just have to know what they know and work as hard, even hard. If I have to work twice as hard as the guy at the top, I'm willing to do it to beat him. Maybe he's more talented. Maybe he knows more. But you know, if I have to work twice, 3 times as hard, I'm willing to do it. That was the attitude behind it, right? So that brought this level of expectation that, you know what, I need to, my MO needs to be as such that I bring more value to the company than the guy at the top. And if I can bring more value, you know, aka CV, to the company, then I get paid more. So I was never confused about results and effort. In MLM we call that input. In forensic we call it input. I was never confused about that. If my input is not matching my my expectation of income, then I was very clear with myself that you are where you are because of how you are. And if I wanted to change that, I needed to change my MO. In any event, guys, when you start to understand this, you're never disappointed. Even if you're not making money, you're not disappointed. You just know. It's like this. You get out of shape, and because you stop going to the gym, but you're not disappointed that you've gained weight. You know you're going to gain weight. You know, if you're eating bad, you're not disappointed when you gain weight. Because, oh, I'm so disappointed, gain weight. Well, yeah, you're eating. You're not disappointed because you know you've not been eating right. If you're out of shape, you're not disappointed that you're out of shape. You just know you have not been going to the gym. You have a direct expectation of being overweight and direct expectation of being out of shape because you know you have not been doing the MO of being in shape and being, you know, lean. Yet when it comes to your business, you don't do the MO of being in business and somehow you're disappointed. So if you're disappointed in your results, I want you to listen to this video maybe 5 or 6 times. Take a lot of notes because you would not have, you would not be the same in your other aspects of your life, like your weight and your being in shape and pretty much your relationships. The expectation we have from MLM, we do not have those expectations from any other form of business or anything else in our life. And it's kind of unfair. We expect the business to pretty much do everything for us, and without us actually doing what we need to do. So, in any event, so I get all these questions from all over the world in different countries and different companies. And I'm thinking, guys, it's the same thing over and over again. And I'm a little bit puzzled that, and here's what my dilemma is. I'm puzzled where this question comes from because, like I said, the same people who are asking these questions are good people, but they will not be in this predicament in any other part of their life. Like I said, if they're overweight, they know because they've been eating bad. There is no expectation of being lean when you eat like crap, right? So yet the same person gets into MLM and doesn't do the MLM MO and expect MLM to grow. And I just don't know where is the breakdown in this. I think a lot of it has to do with the upline. The upline needs to tell the truth. They must know the truth. Then they need to tell the truth, right? Maybe that doesn't happen. The company has to be very straightforward. And you know, in forensic, we're tough. In forensic, I kick butt with forensic students worldwide. I want you guys to know the truth because I want to protect the industry. I want to protect the industry, the reputation, and the company reputation, right? So if you're not going to do the business, I want you to know you're not doing the business. So that's why forensic is so awesome. It protects the industry as a whole. So in any event, that's what I wanted to share with you today, that if you're feeling down, well, you're not unique. You know, you're not unique. Maybe do a checkup from the neck up, right? What do you think MLM is, right? Is it a lottery? Is it a casino? Is it a job? Is it a, is it a business? And if it's a business, what is your perception of a business, right? So is your MO, you may say it's a business, but is your MO an expectation correlates with what a business is, or is it correlates with what a lottery is, right? Once we get those things in line, you become very stable. Like you don't become, you don't ride the roller coaster and peaks and valleys and emotional roller coaster and all that stuff. You know, just like a diet, being overweight or out of shape, you know exactly where you are, and you don't do the emotional roller coaster. And when you're ready, do a reset, refresh, let's go, and you get yourself back on track. Love you guys. Stay forensic. Let's go.